moving on, man. It's another incident 12 hours later in Falcon Heights, Minnesota.
Philando Castile.
Philando Castile near Minneapolis, for people who understand where it is, but it's in Minnesota. Definitely. And,
it's a suburb of Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Minneapolis and St. Paul is the major city in that. Is the major city. Yeah. And Falcon Heights is a suburb of that.
I got kinfolk up there with
Philando Castile, him and his girlfriend or fiance, and their child. I say their child, even though it may have been he might not have been the biological father, but he was taking that role on as the father, so their child. They got pulled over by the police officer
for a busted tail
light.
Before you go on, don't that sound like some 1965 shit?
That's some fucking 5 heartbeat shit
too. You know what I'm saying?
That's some 5 heartbeats. They break the shit all the way up to the car.
Right.
We can go from 65 to 75 to 89 to Rodney King, and the list goes on.
The story sounds familiar.
Profiling.
Yeah, racial profiling.
Period. You understand? But the man was registered gun. He had a right to carry his gun, concealed weapon. His girlfriend also. They both got it together. They went and got it to protect themselves and their family. You understand? So the last thing you expect is to catch a bullet by a police officer who's there to basically protect the servant.
Right.
You understand? Even though it's serve and then protect they damn selves, but it's supposed to be protect the servant.
Can I speak on that for a second? Now I'm glad you brought that up and say you caught it from a servant, because all you motherfuckers, I'm sick of y'all with this. We gotta get on board and stop killing each other first. I'm gonna explain this to you. Right now, the problem is, and I'm not diluting the fact that there's black on black crime. I'm not saying that we don't have a problem in our community. So don't even hear that. Listen to me, I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that there is not black on black crime and that we don't have a problem in our communities.
Black on black crime, white on white crime, Latino on Latino
crime. Most definitely, and I'm going to address it. But what I wanted to say is, or what I want to make known, is the fact that you have civil servants, as he said, serving the community, servants, that are creating this environment of fear and paranoia, who are executing people of their own will. They are not issuing due process. And you understand what I'm saying?
And then you don't respect our concerns, so you can create a powder keg. You know? And then when situations like this happen,
you say, why would they do that?
Yeah.
Like, why? I'm just here to help. Like, no, the fuck you ain't. What?
Looking like Chris Rock on CB4.
Right.
Why?
You don't see Gusto ass.
Come on, man.
But the whole thing about it is, this is my problem, and this is why when people say, well, what about black on black crime? Both black, white, whatever you want to say.
Crime is crime.
But
crime is crime.
Yeah, crime is crime. But at this point in time, to give you a very good analogy, or at least what I think is good, right? You have a fire in your house. You have a fire in your house in a certain room. That fire in your house is police brutality or police profiling. And it fits African Americans. Now, black on black crime exists, but right now, it's a pile of oily rags. Black on black crime has not exterminated the black community. Police brutality has done more. Police profiling has done more. Whether we're talking about executions or even sending you to the prison industrial complex. Police profiling has done more to burn your house down. So to me, that is a more immediate fire.
Or putting you on pay for probation when knowing you can't afford it.
And not only that, because I could go into that in detail, but listen again, police profiling, police brutality toward the black community is the more immediate problem, but this is why it's such a problem, more so than black on black crime. You pay these people. You pay them. The government might cut their checks, but that initial funding that the government receives is your fucking money. Your
people.
federal taxes, your state taxes, every time you buy a pack of gum, every time you buy a polo shirt. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? This is what the fuck they live off of. So therefore, if Batman was a paid civil servant, he wouldn't be able to do the shit that he does. Batman funds himself. Now, if the police want to take it amongst themselves to find their own funding, and you want to stop making me or having me to pay taxes, I'm all for it, baby. I'm all for it. You can cut me out the loop altogether. But as long as I contribute to your motherfucking check, I'm not your suspect. I'm not your victim.
Tell him, boy.
That's why when we talk about police brutality and black on black, and police profiling, don't bring no black on black shit to me. I don't pay another nigga salary. You gonna talk about what's going wrong, and I'm talking about I pay these niggas.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine paying the dope boy and he short you every time?
Yeah.
Can you imagine paying for your weave and the bitch don't give you enough?
Can you imagine paying for your doctor and he don't give you the right ailment or enough pills to handle that?
Or he amputates your finger when your kidney was bad.
We pay a third of our check. You know what I mean?
Tax.
So when we talk about police profiling and police brutality, you can say that black on black crime shit.
Right.
Now to go back to your point, crime of races or ethnicity or however you want to put it is largely intraracial. Like you said. You understand what I'm saying? 85% of white people kill white people. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever percent of black people kill black people. Asians kill Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have not seen a fucking story yet.
Yeah.
I'm talking about where it's like, oh, 12 Asians went into the white community today and just killed 35.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Man, it's sad, man, because,
yeah.
But with Philando Castile, to me, it's particularly bothersome because the officer was alerted or aware of the fact that this individual had a firearm.
Right.
He went above and beyond to tell, because you don't really have to tell him.
yeah.
You don't have to say shit.
He was the passenger in the car. He could have just chilled
No,
out.
he was the driver.
Oh,
the camera was flipped. She used her front camera, so it was that mirror effect.
Oh, all right.
Because I seen another video where he was in the driver.
For those of you who haven't seen the story, they got pulled over. My man, Philando
Castile, yep.
He basically said, you know, okay, yes, I have a registered gun in the car,
and I'm permitted to carry.
And I'm permitted to carry.
License, yeah.
The officer asked him for his ID.
Immediately after that information was submitted to the officer,
he asked for his ID.
Keep that in mind. I got a gun, cop.
This man
give me your ID.
Reaches for his ID.
Ah, you just made me reach. You set me up.
Because he asked for his ID.
You set me up.
He reached for his ID and immediately gets shot.
Gunned down.
This is the story. Once the camera shots out the diamond, once she went live on Facebook, she said, "Oh my God, don't tell me they just shot and shot my boyfriend. They just shot my boyfriend."
Right.
He complied with him. They asked for his ID and then they shot him.
At this moment, it's important to know he was still alive.
Right.
Still was alive, fighting for his life.
Just like Alton Sterling was still alive.
Right.
And it's important to note CPR, emergency medical procedure, nothing was
And they know that.
You can't ask a man to save you if he just tried to kill you.
They know that.
Is it not
if
in,
I'm
is
trying
it not
to
in
kill
the
you,
SOP?
If I made a mistake
and
shot you, I don't care if it's the day on the streets.
You administer no first aid of any kind.
I'm trying my best to help you.
Right.
If I made that mistake. But if I'm here trying to kill you or feel no pain in what I just done to you, then of course I'm going to let you bleed to death.
Now, it's important to note, I don't know who this officer is by name.
They hide him good. Bro.
But they said, well, Diamond Reynolds, she went by the name Lavish Reynolds on Facebook. Yeah. She said he looked or appeared to be of Asian American or Asian descent. This is what she said.
Right.
This is what she said.
Ain't nothing scarier than a person scared with a gun.
Now, also, what's important to know is after Philando was shot, you hear the officer in the video. I told him not to reach. I told him. You can hear this cocksucker crying.
And he never said it. He never said not to reach.
Now you can hear him crying, right? Now, if you created,
he asked for the gun.
If you created an uncontrollable situation, if you did a boo boo, like let's to me, when you have that type of reaction, it always takes me back to childhood, right? When you did some shit you know you shouldn't have done. That's why I meant created a boo boo. How was your immediate reaction?
You trying to fix?
But not only that, is it not? No, whether you fix it or not, is it not a panic reaction? Like
definitely shock.
Now when you're a cop, it's all about the story.
My man was crying. He was like, I told him not to reach, and then he said, get the female passenger. And what else is disturbing is you fired these rounds while his little girl was in the back seat.
In the back seat.
Little girl in the back seat
with indifference.
A 4-year-old little girl. A 4-year-old little girl.
And you can see this, well, yeah, you can see this on any type of web media. Just look it up. She's on Facebook Live. She's recording. Oh my God. Please don't tell me he's dying.
Right.
My man's slumping over.
Right.
You understand?
He's seizing up.
Right.
It's over with for him. He fighting, but it's over.
It's over.
You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh my God. Then she becomes hysterical and starts screaming and crying.
But that ain't until after they put her in the car.
Right.
When they done executed him, she's super calm.
She had,
and then they get her out the car.
She has to be.
She shot after her for staying calm in that moment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And she's like, I can't believe this.
And she starts feeling.
She starts pop too.
Yeah, one bad move, she gets it.
Exactly. But they treat her like she was a shooter.
Yeah.
When she get out the car, they say, turn around.
No,
walk backwards.
Before even that, why she said, oh my God, he's dead. Keep your hands where we can see him, man.
Right. She said, I'm keeping them where they at.
This
she
woman
said, you don't have to worry about that, officer. I'm going to keep them where they at.
And at the same, they wouldn't even let out the car to console her own daughter who's sitting here looking at her dad.
Who just seen her dad
die.
When they got her out the car, she said, oh my God, where's the baby? And I seen some hatred online say, shouldn't you know where your baby is first? Well, no, sir. Not if it was just a murder in my vehicle and the police apprehended my child just like they apprehended me.
Come on, man.
But they did end up in the back seat of the cruiser together, and she was still recording. But not before they made her walk backwards through a line of police, took the phone, threw it. So she was still talking while the phone was on the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She gets in the back of the police cruiser. I guess they gave her phone back. So she in the car and tell her daughter, you know, it's okay, baby, it's okay. And then you see it. You hear it. That reality finally set on her, and she just started screaming.
The weight of the world just hit her like, I just seen him kill my damn boyfriend.
She just started screaming, and when she screamed, the baby do, you know, what I guess children would do, but
know something's wrong, but don't know what's wrong.
She say, Mommy, I'm here with you. You don't have to worry. I'm here with, bruh. My man, I'm a grown-ass man, and every time I hear or think about it,
that's a tearjerker right there. That's a tearjerker.
You understand what I'm saying? Like your baby got to be strong for you in this moment when these motherfuckers is uncivilized and they supposed to be the civilians, the peacekeepers.
Right.
And for one, why they didn't just do him like that? Why y'all didn't back him out the car?
Right.
Understand? Why didn't you back him out the car all the way till you got to the gun, or back everybody out the car?
They don't even have a criminal record to go after
and that's
Philando.
What I was getting ready to say.
They don't even have
as far as we know, my man, he 409. He clean as
Exactly.
He got more white people vouching for him than he got black people vouching for him.
That man was a supervisor in a cafeteria, fed the kids every day.
Right.
And they 9 to 5.
He wasn't about that life.
He wasn't about that life. That man mama said he been working since he was 15. He go to work, he come home, he play video games.
So now
he don't club.
What's the story?
He don't game bang.
So what's the story?
So why?
Because once upon a time, they say if you just pull your pants up, this won't happen.
Yeah.
I don't think they saw his pants.
Exactly.
They never seen his pants.
So what's his history? I don't see the media trying to flash up no history on him.
If you stay out of trouble, this won't happen.
Yeah. What's the excuse on that one?
Apparently, he had no trouble to be in.
None.
So with 2 murders in a row, the country's in an outroar.
Outroar.
Ready to set this thing on fire.
You know what I mean?
Outroar.
There's
It's
outrage.
feeling like the 60s and 70s.
All of us aching. We watching a little girl tell her mom she got it. You know what I mean? We just seen a dude who got arrested the same way we've been arrested. You know what I mean? Or handcuffed.
That's
the
right.
same type of situations. You know what I mean? And we know homeboy wasn't resisting.
Exactly.
In our gut of gut, we know that's not resisting.
Right.
We know that. That's
and at
just,
the same time,
yeah.
they took this woman, they took all her freedom away from her. Why? Tell me why you take the phone and delete what she just recorded on Facebook.
They
Luckily,
tried
there's a share button.
I already said they
Once a
tried
person
to.
hits the share button, it's viral.
Right.
It's a wrap.
Facebook, you don't delete
You understand me?
nothing.
But you trying to erase what this woman has recorded on her phone. That's against the law in itself.
right.
You understand me? Y'all deleting all her files and everything, her contacts and stuff, man. Y'all interrogating her.
Yeah.
For what? They didn't do anything.
Right.
And Alton Sterling was bad enough.
Right.
You understand? Philando Castile was the straw that broke the camel's back. But let's be clear. Let's be clear and look at the history in the past few years. You got Laquan McDonald, Trayvon. You got Laquan McDonald, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, John Crawford, Freddie Gray, Mike Brown, Amadou Diallo,
Sandra Bland.
I'm talking about, the list goes on and on and on and on.
Okay.
It's not that I can't remember.
Right.
I'm just trying to put them in a particular order. And nobody goes to jail.
It's July. And it's been how many murders this year? Oh, close to 600?
Even my man in New York. What's my man
Cop
in New York that got murdered by the Asian? Got murdered by the Asian.
Murders. Cop murders.
And they just let the Asian off. The Asian police off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he wasn't in that life.
Right.
He wasn't even have shit to do with that life.
Caught him walking through the stairwell.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
But y'all know what we talking about?
Right.
So you talking about time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. Okay. Now for y'all that don't understand, I don't mean to cut y'all off.
So they seem to feel. They seem to continue to think that we have no feelings.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But not only that, they seem to understand and continue to believe too that we don't understand the process of politics, law, the way the world works in a economic, financial circle, social order, because that's what I was going to break down, and I'm going to keep it brief. For all y'all that don't understand, this is why the police rarely get prosecuted. Because, and this is from an insider, a police officer, an ex-veteran of blase department, it doesn't fucking matter. But they know, and you'll know, and you can Google it. Police work with the DA.
Right.
This is their job. This is their position.
They work hand in
They
hand.
have unions. Police officers have unions. There's a police union.
Relationship.
Okay. Now, the unions work to help put the DA in office, get them to power, because that is a political position that you have to run for. No different than sheriff, no different than mayor, no different than governor.
You have to be voted in.
Right. You have to be voted in.
Yeah.
But when the DA needs X amount of convictions to look good, to go toward their next vote, or to say this is what we do for the populace, for the population, for the citizenry, then who do they have to call on? You have to call on the same police officers. So now you can't in good conscience say that I'm going to indict these individuals who raise my conviction rate.
Right. And then at the same
Gotta
note,
meet quota.
bring them in and prosecute them for the injustices.
You're not going to do that. So this is why they don't often see serious penalty or even get indicted to begin with. And an indictment, for everybody that don't know, because I hear a lot of niggas say this, I hear niggas say it, and I'm trying to clear it up for you. I'm not trying to be funny style or nothing, but an indictment just means that we even putting the charges on you. Right. It don't even mean that you convict. A conviction means, nigga, we proved it.
An indictment just means you're going to go to trial.
Right. You get an arraignment.
Right.
An indictment just means we can put these charges on you.
Yep. It doesn't mean that that they actually charge you.
So a lot of times officers don't even face indictment. That means, my nigga, they go in the closed room somewhere and be like, boom, 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 boom. Okay, this ain't even going to trial.
You cool? I'm cool. You cool?
Yeah, I mean, like, this is what happens. So we need y'all to understand how it works, because you're going to continue to be mad because they not going to go to jail.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Continue on with what you were saying.
And to the few white people, I'm going to give you a simple example. You guys know how you feel when OJ got off?
Ah!
That's how we feel every time a black person gets killed by a police officer.
That's right.
Every time, and there's no indictment.
That's a great
That's
example.
how we feel.
That's a great
Just how you guys hurt to your heart
That's a
to
great
see OJ beat that trial.
And did not
It
stop.
hurts us to our heart 5-6 times a year.
At least. At least.
5-6 times a year, it hurts us to our heart
And
to see police kill an innocent young man,
and that's what's public.
and nothing ever happens.
Or innocent young woman.
Or innocent young woman.
And that's what we hear on the news. That's basically brought to the broad world of the worldwide news. We're not talking about the things you don't hear. Because there's a lot of stuff we don't hear.
In simple numbers, they say, well, 25% of police killings are black people. We're 10% of the population.
That's right.
But with 25% of your killings,
That's right.
the numbers don't equate.
They don't.
With
That's 15% more than your fucking population is. And it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, it doesn't make sense. But the whole thing about it is, okay, when 9/11 happened, regardless to the facts that came out, regardless to the various inquisitions and boards and all that, everybody was outraged. Everybody was outraged. You had black people that was like, boy, that's some bullshit.
That's
well, like,
bomb on them.
right.
Bro,
so how can we feel your pain, but you can't feel ours?
Never feel our pain.
When Timothy McVeigh blew up the abortion center in Oklahoma, everybody was outraged. The federal building. I'm sorry, the federal building. Everybody was outraged. It was not just white people that was like, boy, he a piece of shit.
Yeah.
When they caught my man that was eating bodies, what's his name? Dahmer.
Right.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Everybody was outraged. Like, niggas is like, boy, that's some crazy shit.
Oh,
but when something happened to us, it's just like, oh, they deserved it. Somehow.
One more. But when they caught DC Sniper, everybody was outraged.
Everybody was outraged.
Everybody was scared. It don't matter that he was black.
That's right.
You understand me? It's a person that's out of this world that's creating turmoil and hurting people for senseless reasons.
But we can feel y'all pain, but you can't feel ours.
Period.
Right.
And it just goes back to what Jesse Williams said.
Right.
It's a perfect example of what he said. You understand what I'm saying? As long as we doing as y'all wish, as y'all feel, that everything is hunky-dory. But when we decide, or when something happens that's in our word, I'm paraphrasing now because this is not exactly what he said. You understand what I'm saying? But when it's something outside of the realm of what white people want, or white people agree with, or white people acknowledge, then it's just like it doesn't matter. And I'm sick of that, bro. Like, credible witnesses have been thrown to the side because they weren't white, basically. Right. Let's be real about it.
Right.
Let's be real about it.
But that's because the judge, the DA, the law, everybody is white. And
but that goes to show systemic white supremacy.
And they actually get to choose their jury.
That goes to show there's a problem with the system.
Right.
Not those and I'm not, look, for real, I'm going to be all the way straight up and down with you. I'm not mad at most everyday white people for being ignorant. Right. Because y'all don't know no better. It's a lot of niggas that's out here ignorant. And I don't want to keep saying niggas like we ain't shit. It's a lot of black people that's out here ignorant.
Some of these ratchet ass shows that we don't even watch. Start watching these ratchet ass shows that we don't even watch. Like I said, period.
But I'm just saying, no, this is what I'm saying though. Like,
that's the start of something.
People don't know no better because, like you said, they given a certain thing and they fed a certain thing, and this is what they class to. This is what they grab on. But the whole thing is, look,
they base their life experience on their experience, just like we base our life on experience. You know what I mean? We've been roughed up by the police. We've been talked down by the police.
Bro,
We've been detained by the police.
That shit happened to me the first time, and I'm going on a small tangent, but I'm gonna come right back. That shit happened to me the first time when I was 14. I'm from Atlanta for all intents and purposes. I've been here for X amount of time, but I'm from Atlanta. This shit happened to me in the Boulevard Heights area, which is basically near the federal penitentiary near Boulevard and Moreland. But a police officer rolled up on us on the corner. And the craziest thing is, he was like houses away from a young white guy. Like, and this was the house that we all hung at. We all hung at this white dude's house. I'm not going to put his name out there on blast. I'm not going to do nothing like that. But he was white, traditionally white, had a white mother, a white father. There was nothing, you know what I'm saying, intraracial or interracial. You know what I'm saying? Interracial. I'm sorry, not intraracial. But, you know, he was just a young white dude. And we was hanging at his house. The police pulled up on us maybe 2 or 3 houses away from his house. And where the street where he stayed was basically all white people. You understand? Other streets away were mixed and all that, but the police rolled up on us, and it was, I swear to you, bro, it was like a scene out of Menace to Society. Because the motherfucker slammed me, and I'm 14 or 15 years old. The motherfucker slammed me on the hood. Boom! Where the drugs at? We know you got it. It's like me and 2 other of my homeboys. Now, we all black. You dig what I'm saying? But where is it? Blah, 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 blah. And I swear, bro, like, at this time, bro, I'm an intellectual. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about that has changed, but at that point, nigga, I was a straight nerd. You understand what I'm saying? No tattoo, nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, why is Officer Friendly doing this to me? You dig what I'm saying? And as a young black male, non-threatening, who doesn't have any devious thoughts or movements in mind, like, bro, do you know what that did for my psyche as it relates to officer patrol?
It gave you a whole
y'all share experience. Those are experiences we run into.
And I'm making a guesstimation, and I'm gonna say it's a guesstimation because I'm guessing this estimation. Basically, I couldn't get it out. But anyway, tongue twisted. But every 1 out of 3 black males experienced that in their life at least one time.
Right. And I'd say it's closer to,
guaranteed.
You know what I mean?
And
like
that's a guesstimation.
It might be 2.5
because all 3 of us in this room have experienced it. All 3 of us have experienced it. So, you know, that's a guesstimation. That's on the light side.
Right.
You understand? So, I mean, you know, it's a fight. It's going to be an ongoing fight, man. R.I.P. to
I never got my eyes swollen, but I've been jacked up for no reason.
Right, straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
Right.
Right.
What are you doing walking through this neighborhood? Well, this neighborhood happens to be in between my job and my house. You know what I mean? Because I used to work at the mall, and if you work past 11 o'clock, the bus didn't come out to the mall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to walk about 2 miles to the richest neighborhood in New York.
That's right.
You know what I mean? At 12:30 at night.
And they're like, what the fuck you doing?
If they see you getting harassed.
Right.
You know what I mean? You getting harassed.
Yeah.
They might even get your ass a ride to the... After they finish arrest, they get your ass a ride right to the damn border.
But you know what it sounds like?
His story?
You know
that was no damn favor. He wasn't doing no favor.
And his story
That's to get you
sounds
the
like...
fuck out of there.
His story sounds like countless stories that you hear every day.
Right.
But you know what that sounds like, though? It sounds like these sundown towns.
Right.
It sounds like a sundown town. It sounds like, nigga, you have no business out here. It sounds like some shit from the 1960s.
Right. After he humiliated me,
right?
He figured he'd do me a favor,
right?
By at least giving me a ride to the border now. But bro, you just fucking called me a thief. Yeah. And you didn't believe me till you happened to see a stub in my pocket.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let me get this Negro out this neighborhood.
So,
period.
Before we go on, because we haven't faced the elephant in the room or the demon. You understand? Which we get ready to come upon.
Right.
We get ready to come upon that. But before we go on, let me say this. How you were saying he humiliated you. You know what I'm saying? And he did this and he did that. Like, bro, we have to goddamn understand that either we are protected by the same constitutional laws that govern us, that prosecute us. This is my personal opinion. Or we need to publicly speak about being a sovereign nation or a sovereign community. This is personally. I'm not speaking for him, and I'm not speaking for him. But to me, I think at this point, we'd be better off like the Native Americans. Not in the fact that we're holed off into a certain part of America. No, not all that. Not into the fact that we're in reservations, not all that. But look, your laws cannot apply to me if your rights and freedoms do not apply to me.
Right.
That is the statement that I'm making. Because you violate my Second Amendment rights by killing me when I have a license to carry.
Right.
You violate my amendment rights of due process by killing me. You understand what I'm saying? Before I have a chance to go amongst the jury of my peers. You violate all sort of constitutional rights. But if I commit a capital offense, you prosecute me by these same constitutional laws that you violate.
Right. So
either you have to say that this is unfair and we need to address it immediately. I'm sorry about the passion. Immediately. Or you have to say, okay, look, we done dragged y'all along long enough, like an old girlfriend. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we don't want to do too much more with you. You know, we're going to drop y'all off right here. And I can deal with that. We can deal with that. Because to be honest with you, historically, when we ain't had nothing to do with the other side, we kind of did better. We kind of fared well. And it wasn't that it was antisocial. Because even though you had black businesses, black shops, you still had relationships that were intersocial.
Right.
You still dealt with people of other societies, other cultures.
Right.
It was no angst. It was no fucking, you know what I'm saying, animosity.
But, yeah.
But as far as caring about your society, your culture, your family, your economic situation.
But if everyone is privy to these rights, we should all be able to live together.
We should.
You should be able to police the community. You should know your neighbor. You should know the cop.